Greetings and welcome to the 75th episode of Retro Rant. It's been ages since I last covered a CPC game, although I took some time to lovingly roast the painful CPC port of Chip's Challenge. So it is finally time for some Amstrad action, taking a look at a homebrew, Jewel Warehouse 1, released by Egotrip in 2016. I must admit, I am a fan of Egotrip's work, having played the Chaos games as well as the second Jewel Warehouse. So I thought I'd play the first game as well, and why not, make a review out of it. I can't for the life of me understand the premise of the game. Some cyborg queen is soon to arrive, and Amy must gather up the power crystals she has stored for some reason in her warehouse. I don't know who the cyborg queen is and if Amy will use the jewels as a present for the queen or to fight her. But well, this is a puzzle game, so the story is not important, and Jewel Warehouse could do a lot worse story-wise. See Chip's Challenge or Pushover, for example. Jewel Warehouse is a single-screen action puzzler in which you control Amy, and you must gather all the aforementioned jewels in the level. When you do so, an exit appears and onwards to the next challenge. Of course, the levels are not smooth sailing, since various nasty traps and hazards await you, such as pits, spikes, fire, disappearing platforms, not to mention some bodies. Amy cannot jump, and she cannot attack the bodies, but she can push blocks over pits and gather a couple of power-ups that are necessary to handle the various obstacles scattered around the level, such as a fire extinguisher to put out some nasty flames and a thingamajig that makes the one-way conveyor belts reverse direction. The graphics of Jewel Warehouse are faithful to Egotrip's trademark beautiful 4-color detailed style. There is a different palette between levels, and the colors chosen are usually warm and soft to the eye. The movement is a bit jerky, and although this is not that big of a deal visually for a puzzle game, it affects the gameplay sometimes. The sound is not gonna blow your mind away, but we get a nice title tune and a fitting in-game track that will probably make you reach for the mute button if your sessions last longer than 15 minutes. There are also some nice simple jingles, as well as simultaneous sound effects. There are 42 levels in total, with a very smooth difficulty curve, and even the later levels never felt overwhelmed. The level design is excellent, and I felt that Jewel Warehouse has achieved the magical balance between frustrating and addictive, because when you fail, it is usually easy to understand where you went wrong, so you feel the urge to return and correct your mistakes. Even the most challenging levels felt very player-friendly, except for the time limit, which could be quite steep at times, and I can recall at least 10 levels where I barely managed in spectacular action movie style to reach the exit in the final second, wishing Amy would give the queen some chocolate or flowers instead. The controls are nice and responsive, perhaps overly responsive sometimes, because of the aforementioned jerky movement. Having said that, most of the time you will be fluidly moving around the screen without any problems. The game also offers some great quality of life features. You have infinite lives, so you can try to beat this goddamn level for as many times as you want. You can also select any level out of the ones you have completed from the title page. The game also saves your best time, and this adds a lot of replay value, since you can revisit the game and try to optimize your route, so that you can get some more precious few seconds. So, is Jewel Warehouse a jewel or garbage? Well, even though this is retro rant, I am sad to say that I have not much to rant about here. I have thoroughly enjoyed this action puzzler, and I suggest you give it a shot too. So that's it for now. If you are the Cyborg Queen, comment below what do you need all these jewels for, and I'll see you next time!